So Ben, with your vast experience and sales success, have you always done pre-call planning and post-call reviews?
Well, not in the very beginning. I joined Holiday Magic September 15th, 1965, the same day I met Zig Ziglar, and he was joining the same company on the same day. I beat him in a contest, by the way, year-long contest, but that's neither here nor there. Met Zig and got rolling in the first, and they explained to me that I'd have to learn some scripts and everything. 6 months went by. In my case, Zig made some money because he was 18 years older and had been selling cookware, so he knew a little more of the ropes than I did. But 6 months went by, and I didn't sell a penny's worth of cosmetics. I didn't recruit anybody. It was like I hadn't joined. And yet, between me and my friends, we had $5,000, call it $50,000 a day, sunk into the business. And one day I walked into this meeting, and Bill Dempsey, my sponsor, took me aside. He said, "Ben, I don't want you coming back to the meetings anymore." And I said, "What?" I had my life savings and two friends' life savings dumped into this business, and he doesn't want me to come back to the meetings anymore. I said, "What? What happened?" He said, "Well, you won't learn the scripts for recruiting, so you don't ever bring anybody." That's sort of a downer for people. "And then I can't put you at the front of the room to give the meeting because you won't learn that script. And then when it says turn to the person who brought you here and ask how you get started, you don't have anybody to turn to, but other people see you here all the time, think you could help, so they raise your hand, you go over and screw up their sale. So you coming to the meetings, A, is not doing any good, and frankly, it's depressing people." And I said, "Okay, what do I have to do to be able to come to the meetings and get my investment back?" He said, "You need to learn the scripts. And when you can stand in front of my desk and recite them to me, the recruiting script, come to the meeting script, do the opportunity meeting, and do the 6 closes. We draw circles and pick the one that best suits you. And if that didn't work, you went to the second script and put on more detail on the circles, and then ask them, and then blah blah blah. 6. When you can do the inviting script, the opportunity meeting script, and all 6 closes word for word without a mistake, I will let you come back to the meetings. Call me when you're ready," and escorted me to the door. So I went home somewhat panicked, got out my scripts, and started memorizing them. In a week or so, I don't remember, but a week, 10 days later, I was standing in front of Dempsey's desk at 1447 West Peachtree, Suite 300, the room in which my life turned around. And I said, "I can do them." He said, "Have at it." And I did them word for word. He said, "Fine. Go try that on some prospects, and let's see what happens." A night or two later, I walked into the room with 5 prospects I had recruited using the recruiting script. I didn't give the meeting that night, but I could recite it with him. I was sitting in the audience, and I knew every word he was saying. I could have sung along with him, whoever was doing the meeting that night. And then it said, "Turn to the person who brought you here and ask how you can get started." I whipped out my legal pad. When the lights came on, started drawing circles, and closed 5 out of 5 for $2,500 apiece. And I never looked back. So that was how and why I learned, but it was preceded by 6 months of nothing. Now, in the next 6 months, my business partner, greatest closer that ever lived, James H. Rucker Jr., we made $101,000 part-time. Adjusted for inflation, we made $1,100,000 part-time in the second 6 months we were in the business. Difference was I got serious about the business and learned